Hello everybody to my tiny channel. Now, first of all, I think most of you have heard of the flood in Germany. And yeah, I live in a small town close to Cologne, and yeah, in my place, apart from some basements that have been flooded, nothing severe happened. So I'm dry and I'm safe. Only some kilometers away, it's like in a war zone. It's horrible. So some time to be grateful and time for humility. Second, I have a new lens. Before that, I was recording with a kit lens 15 to 45, 24 point something to 6 point. Now I am on the Sigma 16mm 21.4 at 1.4 ISO 200. I hope we have some blurry background like a real YouTuber, and I hope I could get rid of the grain in the back. It was kind of annoying. Third, I now have an awesome internet connection. Now I can upload videos with 50 Mbit instead of 3 Mbit. So now I hope I can upload my videos in 10 minutes rather than 2.5 hours. Yo! Now, today's topic. Packing list. Does a packing list make sense at all prior walking the Camino? I don't think so. Now, as you know, it has been my 5th Camino, and with every Camino you learn something more. And now I think it's not important what you take with you, what you think what is important, but it's more important, very many importance in this sentence, it's more important with what you arrive at Santiago, because that are the things that you really needed. And I promise you, you will always take things with you you don't need, and you will always forget things that you should have taken with you. That's a law. It is what it is. So now I don't want to tell you how many shirts I take with me, or every smallest piece, if I take a spark or some clothes pins or whatever. No, that's your choice, you know, especially when it comes to clothing. Generally you say one set of clothes on your body, one set of clothes for change in your backpack, that's enough. It's true. For me, no. I take 3 or 4 sets with me, simply because I'm too lazy to hand wash every day. It is what it is. You decide. So today I want to focus on the most important parts. The backpack, the shoes, the sleeping bag. Everything else is easily replaceable. So, part 1, the backpack. Now, in some of my prior videos, I told you before the story how I bought this backpack. And in fact, if I would have taken it from the shelf, I never would have bought it, because I don't like it. I don't like it, let's say, I don't like the style. I don't like very much the color, you know? But this is the backpack that fits my body best. And the guy in the auto shop said, by first view, I knew this is the backpack for your body. And this is the point. You know, this is my Deuter 40 plus 10. I already mentioned that 40 liters for a man, for a male pilgrim, sufficient. For a small guy or lady, maybe 35. Depends on what you want to take with you. Now, 40 plus 10 means in general 40 liters. And if you want or if you need, you can extend another 10. So for me it's very comfortable because I told you I don't like traveling to the Camino or from the Camino back home with my hiking gear. So I put my hiking boots on top of this. And if I wouldn't have that, wouldn't be enough space. And I'm not a fan of pinning my stuff on the outside of my backpack. I don't like that. Yes, 40 plus 10, absolutely sufficient. The bigger your backpack, the more you take with you. It's another law. Can I recommend this backpack? No. Why not? Because a backpack is an individual and very personal topic. You know what I mean. So do not buy your backpack on the internet. Buy it at an outdoor supplier where you can test it, where you can test pre-packed bags and then choose. Because everybody is different and every backpack is different, trust me. Now, for the shoes. My hiking boots, vice versa, are the Mindel Journey Mid GTX, whereas I think GTX stands for Gore-Tex? I don't know. Mostly leather, some mesh, should be more or less waterproof, and it is. And yeah, it was about, I don't know, 190 euros. And I walked 2 Caminos with that, and I'm also hiking at home. So I guess those shoes might have made 2,500 up to 3,000 kilometers. And as you see, the sole is still good for another Camino. And yeah, this is the difference between good shoes and low quality shoes. So every money and more, every single cent that you save on buying your shoes, you will pay later, twice. So, can I recommend the shoes? Definitely not. I found out that Mindel is one of the few brands that I can wear because I have very wide feet. Maybe because I walk too much, I don't know. And you know, it's like the backpack. I don't like the style very much. The style is very German. They are ugly. You know, I love these stylish shoes like Salomon or Scarpa. I like very much Italian style, but they are too narrow. No good for me. If your shoes are too narrow, you get bruises, you get blisters. You don't want that. And these shoes are very comfortable, but I guess many of you, or most of you maybe, wouldn't like those shoes because they are too wide for you. You know, every foot is different and every shoe is different. Do not buy your shoes on the internet, like the backpack. Now, when you arrive at your destination, albergue, you organize your stuff, had a shower and want to walk a little, in the town because you think you haven't walked enough this day and you're not tired enough. For those occasions, I have a pair of light shoes for walking in the town, sightseeing stuff. Very light. This is fabric. Inside memory foam, very comfortable, very relaxing for your feet when you're not on the hike. And of course, when you're at the albergue, or especially when you go into the shower at the albergue, not at the hostel. And the problem with the shower at the albergue is when you're one of the first and you're the lucky guy to be the first in the shower, this is not big of a deal. But after 10 or 20 people went into the shower, might get a little nasty when all this hair and stuff are coming out of the sink and you're standing in no, don't want to think about it. So, some flip-flops. Now, some people say, why should I take light shoes and, in addition, flip-flops if I can take Crocs? Now, not many people know that, but Crocs have been invented by a very evil man. You know, those tourists, mostly Germans, wearing white socks and sandals. Crocs is another level of ugliness. Crocs are disgusting to watch. You know, people say, yeah, they're so comfortable. Yeah. But so is a bowl of pasta salad, you know? But I wouldn't strap a bowl of pasta salad onto my feet because it looks ridiculous. So is Crocs. But anyway, this is your Camino. You know, I always say on a Camino, you don't get an award for being the best looking pilgrim. It's all about your comfort. When you arrive at Santiago, nobody gives a shit about your shoes. But Crocs, seriously. No. Anyway, I forgot one thing for the backpack. This is not very important, but very comfortable. I told you before, I didn't show you. This is cargo bag. So, what it is more or less a bag for your bag. You put in your backpack here and all your straps and stuff and everything that is hanging around on your backpack is safe. Because when you check in your backpack as baggage, as luggage, and can be that all the straps get stuck into the machines where they sort the luggage, or maybe your backpack gets destroyed, or even the machine has a failure, or whatever. In this bag, very safe. And what I like, you can open it on the back with a zipper, and then you can take out your belts and wear it. Very nice. Or you can close it, and then you put a strap at the end and at the beginning, and you can wear it as a bag. Very comfortable, very safe, and you don't have to walk around the gates with your backpack on. This is not necessary. Don't do that. Now, let's have a look at the sleeping bag. Many people ask, do I need a sleeping bag while walking in the Camino? I want to walk the Camino in summer. Now, there's some things that you have to take into account. First of all, most of the time you walk at an altitude of, say, 1,000, 1,200 meters. And it's hot, can be hot at daytime, but it can be rather cold at night. So it can be that you walk 30, 35 degrees, and at night or in the next morning you start at 8 degrees. So means the nights could get rather cold. And not many, almost no albergue has a heating. So you have to take care for yourself that you stay warm. Now, many albergues provide you with blankets. But once you have seen those blankets, you're definitely sure that you do not want them to touch your body in any way. Yeah, now some people say it is sufficient to take this, I don't know how you call it exactly, also sleeping bags, linen sleeping bags, very thin. But I have some of those, but you know, you have to wash them, you have to dry them, they're not very warm, and compared to a decent sleeping bag, they are not lighter and they are not smaller. Now, I have a sleeping bag, this little guy. It's about 400 grams. It's the Traveler Tree from Sea to Summit. This is no advertising. Highly compressible, and it's proofed up to or down to 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know if there's something written in Fahrenheit. No. It is filled with downs, natural downs, specially coated so they don't suck all the humidity, you know? And I take it out for you so you can see. It's surprisingly warm, although it's rather thin and rather light. And if you want, as I did it here, you can open it with a zipper and make it into a blanket. And if you walk with your partner and you both have the same, you can connect them and have a big sleeping bag for cuddling. I don't know. Anyway, very warm if needed. And you know, when it's too warm, you just open the zipper, you use it as a blanket, stick out a leg or whatever. I have this now for about 6 years and 5 Caminos. And yeah, as most of my gear, also my backpack is about 6 or 7 years now. Nothing on it. I can use it, I think maybe 2 or 3 times. I think so. Although my shoes, I guess I buy, every second Camino I buy new shoes. Anyway. And as you have seen, highly compressible, you know. But, to be honest, it's about 200 euros. But on the other hand, I told you, I use it now for 6 years. And it's a huge difference if you have such a small piece, or if you buy a mummy sleeping bag from the supermarket for 40 euros and you have such a big roll on your backpack. Makes no sense at all. So choose wisely what you take with you. And all the other stuff, if it's shirts, pants, underpants, socks, or, well, I don't know, deodorant and shampoo and stuff like that. It's not really important. You're not in the wilderness. And yeah, so I think the packing list for the Camino de Santiago does not make much sense, because you don't need much, or you don't need particular things to walk the Camino, except shoes, backpack, sleeping bag. Other thing is if you want to go camping on the Camino. Although it is officially not allowed. It is, let's say, accepted, but it is not allowed. So if you go wild camping on the Camino, you will always have to take into account that police might show up and send you away. Can happen. So if you want to go camping with a tent on the Camino, always have in mind that you have not the right to be there. Anyway, as I told you before, the only thing that I recommend to you is the cargo bag for the backpack and the sleeping bag. Those I can recommend to you. The backpack, no. Hiking boots, no. Those are individual things. You have to look for your own. And Crocs. Come on, no Crocs. Anyway, next time, I think we talk about food. Somebody asked me what you eat while walking. Exciting question. More exciting answer. Next time. So far, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't let the media make you mad. Okay, so far, buen camino. Ciao, ciao.